What's up, people? Welcome to the Last Hit Point podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Louchy. Joined this week by Johnny
Hello.
and Jamie C.
Hello.
There's no Gianni this week, even though it's E3, because he had a hot date, believe it or not. That's the thing that happened. So,
Something.
fingers crossed that goes well for him. But anyway, it was E3. E3 happened again.
So excited.
E3
Wait, no, it's happened.
in some parts of the interwebs, E3 is like code for let's flame, let's get the flame wars going. But for me, it's always just fucking hype. That's all it's about, man.
It's Christmas.
It is. It's like
Dude.
gamers hype Christmas, man. Gamer hype Christmas.
And we got some big presents this year.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, the biggest present. But yeah,
Loads of like
we'll get onto that later.
casually dressed men have just spunked all over me. That's,
Casually dressed men that Gianni had a criticism for every single one of them. It was like a fucking fashion show for him. Who does this guy think he is? What is he wearing?
He's not even wearing a tie.
It was so fucking funny, man.
just get Gianni down on the red carpet. Like, what are you wearing?
Who are you wearing?
I bet you're going to show us a shit game, aren't you? Bless him. Get him on the red carpet next time.
Where's Monkey Island? For fuck's
No,
Bless him.
lots of really cool stuff happened. So we're not going to bother talking about what we've been playing because we've been watching press conferences until like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning,
Yep.
Oh, wasn't it?
and just getting really hyped and then posting shit online about it because it was awesome. So I don't know, where do we start? Should we start at the beginning with the Bethesda conference that I didn't watch?
The one that I did.
Yeah.
Johnny, you saw it, didn't you?
I saw it.
Did you have anything? Because we knew Fallout 4 was coming the previous week because the trailer was released, wasn't it? So we've all known, everybody knew it was going to come eventually, but then the trailer was released, so we knew to expect that. But were you disappointed in what you saw from it? Or?
No, well, I think, this being their first press event, I thought they did pretty well.
Yeah, you're right there. Good job on them.
Yeah, well done to them. And I think everything that they showed was pretty solid. Even Doom, I mean, I'm no fan of Doom, really, but it does look good, So that looks that's great for Doom fans. And what they showed of Fallout 4, I thought it looked really good. I think they're changing up a little bit the building mechanic and sort of like the tower defense.
Before
Sort of
before we
systems looks.
before we sidestep it completely, because I know we're never going to come back to it, I really did appreciate the way like Doom looked like it played like original Doom, but just brought up to date. So it was still really fast, really frantic. It was run and gun, rather than the sort of like pseudo survival horror with like kill box rooms that was Doom 3, man, which I didn't like as much. So
you're going to do all right when the only thing people can moan about on the internet is the color scheme you used.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was a big fan of Rage. I think id Software can keep moving forward and doing something that keeps you paced and on your feet. Rage was really intense, so I'm looking forward to Doom, I think. I've never, like Johnny said, never been a fan of the series, but now's the time for a good entry point.
Yeah. Looks very impressive, and the gore is very gory. So
Oh, do you know
it's
what?
got that going
Were
for
they
it.
were they showing off the chainsaw? Because I didn't see the trailer. All I saw was like a developer interview afterwards,
Right.
and there was no chainsaw gameplay in the stuff that they showed in that interview. But did they show it off?
Yeah,
Did it look really fucking brutal? Because
there was some good stuff with it because you would think, like, here's a chainsaw animation. Oh, it's going to be the same one every time. But there were different animations based on how you go at them and what speed you're going at. And, like, one enemy put his hand up to get, to be like, you're going to, and you just fucking chop through his hand and everything as well. So it was all good.
My favorite kill animation that they showed off was one where like he ran up, like stamped the guy to the floor, ripped off his leg, and then smashed his face in with his own foot.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, and that's fine. You guys can move on to Fallout now because I just wanted to get that in.
You've done it a little bit.
Yeah.
But you were saying about the building mechanics, Johnny.
Yeah, it's just something that's never been in a series or any like Skyrim or the Morrowind games. What are they called? Anyway, Elder Scrolls. So yeah, that's sort of like a new direction. So maybe we'll see that also in the Elder Scrolls as well. I think it will because they've had something similar in the DLC for Skyrim where you sort of built your own home and upgraded that slightly. So I guess it'll maybe stone from there.
Elder Scrolls.
But that'll be the Elder Scrolls. Yeah. But no, yeah, it looks great though. Very impressed. The graphics seem nice, and yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm impressed.
There's something I want to touch on with Fallout, which mainly it's from when they. I don't know whether they mentioned it in Bethesda's conference as well, but they definitely brought it up in Microsoft's conference. Was that you're going to be able to play with mods on the Xbox One?
Oh, and PS4.
Mods are going to be accessible, right? What I want to know is, are these going to be mods where I can just go to Nexus, download the mod, put it on a USB stick, put it on my console, and then access it from there? Or are they going to be sort of packaged up and sold to us? Because remember, Bethesda was they were the partner, right, with Steam's recent mods for sale thing that happened.
Yeah.
Right, so they were selling mods on Steam Workshop for Skyrim. Now, you got to think that a lot of their framework's already there. So are they going to take mods from the PC version, package them up, and sell them to us, or are we going to have free reign?
Haven't they backtracked on that now and stopped doing it?
Yeah. I mean, that service, people hated it, so that was gone within a day on PC. But I mean, obviously they've got their mind on doing stuff like that, and it will be a lot easier to sell mods to the console community than it would be to the PC community, where they've been having free mods for a decade plus, whereas the console guys are used to paying for DLC and stuff. So
yeah, cool.
I'd be really interested to see how that plays out. I'm looking forward to it, man. Rubbing my hands together. What's going to happen?
Edition Pip-Boy,
which looks really cool. I shouldn't think it looks as cool as it does, man. When they were like, yeah, you can put your phone in there, and then there's going to be a Pip-Boy app. And I was just like, fucking, I want it. I want it.
I'm going to save the money and just duct tape my iPhone to my arm. Do it that way.
Yeah. Same job.
I'm excited for the idea of the app. I've downloaded the Fallout Shelter game as well, but I haven't had a chance.
Have you tried it?
No, I need to give it a go. I'm really excited about that. So, I think they came into this conference buzzing and full of positive energy. That was really good.
So what do we think? This Pip-Boy app that they're bringing out, is it going to link to the game in that you could literally control your Pip-Boy on screen?
Yeah,
that's what it's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So that is insanely cool.
And then you put it in the Pip-Boy thing, yeah.
Kind of awkward because you're going to be fumbling with that on your arm rather than just pausing the game and doing it on screen. It's still more convenient to do it in the game, but it's kind of cool that they give you the option.
They even said in a press conference yeah, it's a gimmick, but it's a pretty cool fucking gimmick. That sort of thing. That's what Todd Howard said.
They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he knows what he's lovely man.
Sweet. Which I don't know if they mentioned anything after that other than Dishonored 2.
Yeah, we got a CGI trailer. Looks good. You loved Dishonored?
I really enjoyed the first one. I don't think it warrants a rehash Ultimate Edition, but
is that what we're getting?
We are getting a Dishonored 1 rework for the PS4 and Xbox One. So if you did miss it, definitely give it a go. There's a lot of options in it. It's a good game, so I'm excited about the sequel.
New protagonist in the sequel as well. I'm assuming that chick was in the first game. I haven't played Dishonored, so
yeah, as a younger character. But you can still play as, I think his name was Corvo, the guy from
Corvo.
The first.
Yeah, it is.
You can play the game with either character.
I watched an interview with the guys that are making it, and they're like, we've pretty much come to the table and designed this game as her story. Obviously, we didn't want to leave fans of the first game in the lurch, so you can play as Corvo for pretty much the entire campaign, but you are going to have to play the intro as her and then switch to Corvo.
Right.
But, apparently she's, the driving force of the story. So
fair enough.
I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, definitely.
Don't hang on to something and just expect fans to, go along.
Cool. Kind of like Metal Gear Solid, right? Where Metal Gear Solid 2 you played as Raiden, but technically Snake was still around.
Yeah.
Liked it, man.
Yeah, just get Metal Gear in there for a minute, eh?
Yeah.
I need to milk the Metal Gear. But no, that was Bethesda. Good job to them.
Yeah, well done.
Good job,
give
buddy.
them 7 Gianni heads.
7 heads.
Out of 10.
All right, let's move on to talk about what's arguably the strongest press conference out of all of them.
I'm actually really surprised to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I am.
Microsoft's press conference.
Right. Go on then. Why is it the strongest?
Microsoft did the exact opposite of what they usually do. They channeled Sony, and it was 100% about the games. They didn't mention Kinect. They didn't mention any of their TV services. It was all games all the way through, man. And just because I wasn't the biggest fan of a lot of the games that they showed, Like, I can't fault them for their conference. It was paced well, and it focused on what it should focus on. So, yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
In my opinion, probably
Nice.
the strongest conference, man.
Okay. Yeah, no, because
Sorry, did I just stump you guys?
You jumped the shark. But no, because I do agree. But then, I'm going to be honest now, I'm brutally honest actually, no conference majorly impressed me this year, but Microsoft probably came closest. I don't know, and maybe even EA, which we'll get onto in a minute. But Microsoft had a few bits that I was really excited about. I was a bit sorry to not see a release date for Crackdown.
Yeah.
But we're going to get that at Gamescom in a couple of months, and then we'll know when that's coming. But that's my baby. That's the one I want. But I'm happy to see the backwards compatibility. I don't know if that bothers you guys.
Well, it's
a good feature.
It's a confusing thing for me, right? Because we're a year plus into the console's life cycle now,
right?
And you would think that most people have probably upgraded already, and probably don't care.
I think the backwards compatibility is for the ones still clinging on to their 360.
Yep. Yeah, which, I mean, at launch, it would have made massive amounts of sense. Like, don't worry, you don't have to get rid of all your games that you've already got because we've got backwards compatibility. But then now, like a year and a half in, like, both consoles have got decent libraries now of games. It's not like you're going to be wanting for stuff to play. So, it's less of a feature now. Like, obviously, it's still adding money, it's adding value to the console, yeah. So it's still making the console more appealing, but it's less of a must-have feature now, a year and a half in, I think.
I mean, I agree to a point. I mean, they should have had it at launch, but first of all, they said it was impossible, right? And then for them to actually manage to do it,
they've
it's a good turnaround.
A lot of their stuff, haven't they?
Yeah, so they're really trying to sort of make it up to the people who
The Microsoft that were at E3 2 years ago is a completely different Microsoft.
Well, when did Phil Spencer take over? Because
exactly. Ready for last E3. Yeah.
Ever since he took over, they've been coming forward leaps and bounds, man.
It's one of the biggest moves in game. It's one of the best things about gaming in recent years. Is his appointment, and it has changed Microsoft as a company. Like, I'm slowly drifting over to Microsoft more and more again.
Yeah.
So I was obviously, last gen I was pretty much a 360 fanboy. Didn't
I think
the
we're all
PS3.
pretty much, weren't we?
All we had to do was look at your gamer score, which was ridiculous. I'm not sure if you remember it. What is it?
Well, it's about 112,000. Yeah.
That's so impressive, man.
But no, I don't play for that. Anyway, but the point is, I'm drifting back over to the console again now. I'm going Xbox One more and more, and games that are multi-platform, I'm picking them up on the Xbox.
Why is that? Do you reckon? Do you just prefer the controller or just the user experience?
I don't prefer the controller at all now. I think the PS4 next to the N64 pad is the best pad out there. But I think it's more that I'm just getting more in tune with what they're about, like their style and their approach now. I don't know.
I mean, if you've got both consoles, right? You go through cycles of preferring one over the other. I went through it all last gen. Like, I'd be playing everything on Xbox 360 for a while. And then I just get the urge I haven't played my PlayStation that much, and then I'll just start buying games on the PlayStation instead. You sort of shift back and forth. It's nothing to do with brand loyalty. It's just you've got both machines. Why not just use them?
There's no loyalty because at the end of the day, I'll go with what's going to offer me the best value and so on. But there is a sense that maybe because Sony arguably have had the best exclusives in recent years.
Yeah,
I don't want to overuse the PlayStation.
Yeah,
and I want it to feel more special when a game like Uncharted 4 comes out. I want it to feel like a new experience completely.
Definitely, man.
Do you know that maybe makes sense? Maybe that's what I'm doing. But anyway, so the backwards compatibility, I'm excited because I've been wanting to play Viva Pinata again for a while. I've been wanting to go back to all my downloaded games from the 360. If they're working them over, I've got that library.
You got nothing to worry about there, though, mate. If you want to play Viva Pinata again, there's a tasty little package on the way that contains it.
Well,
right?
that's the other way up. If you look at the contents of the Rare Replay disc, a lot of it is just old arcade-style Rare games, really old ones that I'm not going to want to play. It would be like when you got the Sega Genesis collection. There'll be about 4 games you actually play out.
You bought it to play Sonic and Streets of Rage, and there's about fucking 30 games you just don't care about.
So this, you'd go back for Battletoads Arcade, Banjo-Kazooie, and Banjo-Tooie. Perfect Dark Zero, I think's on there. Viva Pinata's on there, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. So that's actually a good 7 or 8. Actually, so that's not bad.
For the price of admission, like that many games, that many really good classic games.
The remix to Ignition, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, Microsoft they started off showing off Halo 5 Guardians. I was really surprised by how much I did not give a fuck about that game.
Even Nathan,
you're a massive Halo fan.
Yeah, I used to be the biggest Halo fan, man, and I was looking at it just thinking like, well, like this doesn't excite me. Like what part of this is supposed to be exciting? Then they went on to talk about their new multiplayer mode where it's like 2 teams against each other, but like loads of AI enemies as well, kind of like Titanfall style, where you had to like capture bases and stuff like that. And then in my head, the entire time I was thinking, Halo is at its best when it's a 4v4 arena shooter, like 2 teams, 4 on each team, quite a tight, focused arena, like go mad. That is Halo to me. So it doesn't need any of these crazy big modes and stuff. That just turns me off of the experience to know that they're focusing on that rather than fine-tuning the core experience, which is why people loved Halo in the first place. There's my phone, look.
How fucking dare you?
I know. Do you know? usually before I turn off my phone. Oh well, there's
Gianni.
That was the beginning of Sword Art Online for you. If anyone,
we're not stopping this recording. Make sure you're recording.
Oh yeah, shit. Are we recording? I could have done goofed it. Oh nah, don't worry, we're recording. We're all good.
Anyway, carry on.
What did you guys make of Halo 5, man?
I know,
like,
yeah, basically.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So nothing there that you guys found like impressive either.
It's not for me.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
That's it.
But Nathan Fillion was already in it. He was in Halo ODST, right?
Well, I didn't play that, so
that was already a thing. Oh well, fuck it.
I've got the MasterChef collection sat here ready to play.
What?
I own the MasterChef collection. No, I got it in a deal ages ago for really cheap, so I've had it for like long ting, but I've
just waiting for it to be fixed, yeah, servers and stuff.
Yeah, still all of that shit. Yeah, it's gathering dust next to all my other games.
Cool. Well, they showed off a few other things. They showed off Forza 6. But the most impressive thing I thought was like their indie stuff that they showed off, specifically Cuphead, which you name dropped before we saw it, so you fucking know about this game.
Well, it was last year's indie little montage they did. Caught a glimpse of it then. That and the game below, we caught a glimpse of last year, and I said, right, when are these out? And that was it. I've been looking for Cuphead since last year's E3, and now we're getting closer and closer, but it's still an early spring release next year, I believe. So that's such a shame. It just reminded me of all the old classic Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah, man.
You know, it had that vibe, and like, you know, it's creative.
It's nailed the aesthetic, hasn't it?
It's like, what's wrong with an old school 2D platformer? As long as the control works and it looks nice, that's the point of them, isn't it? Good fun.
Well, Johnny hit it right on the head, man. It nails the aesthetic so hard. It is perfect. I can't believe I don't remember it from last year because it is the standout game from Microsoft's press conference for me.
Definitely, without doubt. It's polished. It looks so good, and it's not ready for another 6-7 months yet.
It'll be good though once it comes out.
But when it comes, you got to get the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's true. Well, I don't know.
Just for a download game.
Depends whether it comes out on PC or not, man. Like
fair
they're slowly making their way over, right? Killer Instinct's coming to PC soon, so
yeah, because you want that.
Not that I'll buy it because Street Fighter, man. But yeah, is there
other
any
things to get? Yeah.
Was there anything else at Microsoft's worth mentioning?
Well, I'm excited about Gears Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah, I guess
I was just a big fan of the first game because that was for me one of the turning points in my gaming style, and I went over to this more. I could start getting into the hardcore and the shooters and stuff when sort of around about that time, and maybe like Rainbow Six Vegas, you know. But Gears is really important.
Interesting that they dropped of War from the title of Gears 4. Like that's kind of weird.
Could have been Gears of 4.
Gears of 4. Yeah.
Spelled with a W.
Again, the stuff that they showed for that, it just like it didn't really get me excited because it was just Gears of War again, except instead of like kind of alien looking clones of the good guys, it was some weird scorpion dog monster things that they were fighting.
I think we definitely need to see more before we make a judgment. I think we've seen enough yet.
That was a 2-minute section.
Yeah.
Of a 4-hour campaign, but it's but it's the Last of Us Chainsaw Edition.
Yeah.
It was like Resi 4 a bit as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Little tad of Last of Us and stuff like that.
I do want to give Microsoft a shout out as well, just for one of their like left hooks that they threw at Sony when they talked about their backwards compatibility, and then they said we won't charge you for games you already own. Like I got it. No fucking PlayStation Now streaming for them. Mate.
Nintendo do the same as well. Nintendo, you buy virtual console games on the Wii, you go buy a Wii U. Why are you buying them again?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I've paid for a license. Me personally. You know, you can just as well take things away from me again, so don't fucking be a dick.
So yeah, I actually appreciate that. It's another one of the reasons why it was the best press conference overall.
Respect.
Yeah.
And no sports and TV. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Speaking of which, Jamie, nice segue into EA there, who were up next, who started off with something that made me happy.
What did they start with?
Started with Mass Effect 4.
Oh no, of course. I was getting so ready to be pissed off about Pele, but no. but no, right. I was going to say Mass Effect. That is one of the little cheeky trailers of the show. That was that was enough to stop my heart for a few minutes.
Conference. They didn't really speak about it that much. Like they just showed the trailer and then moved on to the rest of the fucking conference.
This new Mass Effect's set in the future, right? So this is after Mass Effect 3 and what the events there, and this is like 200 years in the future.
Yeah.
Whereas people thought it'd be
because otherwise people are going to be complaining, oh, where's this character? Where's that character? Like that trilogy, the characters that they wrote for that trilogy were so strong. Like if it was set around the same time, they would have no end of like emails and stuff saying like, oh, you know, we want these characters in the game. Where are they? Or if they show up as a cameo, oh, why can't we get more of them? So setting it 200 years in the future, I mean, the biggest start of Mass Effect...
Also set in a different galaxy, right, as well. So they're really like distancing themselves from those sort of events. Absolutely
fine, man, because in my opinion, like, the best character in Mass Effect is the universe itself that they've crafted. Like, all the things that are going on in that universe, the different races and stuff. That kind of works, though, doesn't it? Because ED technically is the ship, and she is a character.
Right. Yeah, man.
So...
And Joker.
Yeah, no more Seth Green.
No more Seth Green.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Real bones.
Looks good though.
What they showed, I was impressed. They didn't show much. There was just a guy in N7 armor looking at some concept art on a screen, right?
And the Mako's back.
Yeah, and the Mako was back.
The Mako.
However you pronounce it, man. But yeah, hype for me anyway. It took my hype meter up. I don't know where they went after that though, because a lot of stuff happened in that conference.
Well, they did Unravel, didn't they?
That's true.
Which I was excited for.
With the sweetest game developer in the world.
Wasn't he just... Yeah.
I just wanted to hold him tight.
Like, it reminded me of when the head of Hello Games came out for the first time to talk about No Man's Sky, I think last year. He was shit in it. And this year...
And he just, like, apologised. He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And this guy was kind of similar. But to be honest as well, so much criticism for this guy. Fuck it. Because that was the first time in the whole conference I actually felt like the person on stage meant what they were saying and they truly believed in what they were doing. And, like, it was so personal.
Yeah. I thought he was insane.
I
thought he was from somewhere. Yeah.
He had those prison tattoos.
He had some really weird tattoos, and he was shaking.
Then he pulled out his doll about halfway through.
I made this toy!
I took pictures. Look at my Instagram.
Oh, that's why I've got to find him. I'll have to find him on the Instagram and
see if he just takes pictures of
sexually abused it.
God damn. Anyway, what do you think of the game?
It's like Little Big Planet for actual gamers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, let that slide.
Yeah. It's alright, Johnny. We know that you just play Little Big Planet to be able to switch off of proper games and just play something shit for a bit. Yeah.
Exactly. After Street Fighter.
Can't keep doing card games and stuff all day.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited by that. I don't know if you guys care.
No.
No. No, fair enough.
It looked alright, but we had it pegged the moment it started. We had it pegged, right? That like the theme behind the game of like the more you progress, like the more you lose or whatever. With
You said that though as well.
I didn't hear him say it because he was too busy shaking and like fucking having a seizure. Sorry,
Is this a full-on like this game, or was it just like a downloadable game? I think I missed.
It's going to be downloaded,
proper...
isn't it? I don't think it's going to be a retail release.
I couldn't see that lasting for a full game.
Yeah.
Okay,
if it's like half price sort of thing, like
probably one of those sort of 16 quid jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would pay like, all right.
Sorry, man, it'll be a PlayStation Plus one day.
I mean, yeah, true.
Skip over all the EA Sports stuff though, yeah.
What do we not want to touch? Do we not want to touch Pele? No.
No, I'm just pissed off that they were like, "Oh, world's greatest player." Fuck off.
It just, do you know what? It killed the pacing of their entire press conference as well. Like everything up to that was going kind of okay, and then they fucking wheeled out Pele and spoke to him for a few minutes. And he was the hardest goal to score was a penalty kick. Like, good job, Pele. I don't give a fuck. Show me more of the game. What the hell?
Yeah, it's a mistake to bring him on, I think.
It was the worst. Why did they do it?
It just shows that they had nothing to really talk about with the changes to the game. Oh, there's a training mode and there's women. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. We knew about the women, and now you're telling us.
You play FIFA, right, Jamie? Are you interested?
FIFA, yeah.
Are you at all into the FIFAs, this new one?
I'll
he'll say no. He'll say no, and then he'll buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not buying it this year.
I did that last year. I'm not buying it. Yeah. I'm not buying it. It's fucking shit. Yeah. It's not original.
So we have Mirror's Edge next, right? Was that after Pele or was that before Pele?
Yeah, it was towards the end. We had Mirror's Edge and then Battlefront to close out, which made the end really good. So.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Mirror's Edge, Jay. Mirror's Edge.
Oh no, I didn't want to talk about Mirror's Edge.
No?
No. I don't really have anything else to say on it because I enjoy the first one and I'm obviously excited for this one, but
sure is Mirror's Edge, man.
Sure is Mirror's Edge.
Like the first one.
The major difference being that there's not so much of a line for you to follow this time. It is a big open world, so that's going to be an interesting thing because they put so much focus in Mirror's Edge 1 on it being a set line for you to follow, like follow the red, basically, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, other games have started doing that now. Like, in Uncharted, it would be, like, look for the yellow pipes and stuff. That's your route. So games have really taken that on. So Mirror's Edge is going to have to reinvent itself, really, to become an open-world sandbox.
Cool.
So we shall see.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Battlefront then, the bit that I fucking give a shit about. Oh, my God. That gameplay that they showed on Hoth. Oh, my God. I'm ready for this game, man. You're not buying it, though, are you, Jay? Which is a fucking downer. I thought we'd be able to get a whole kill team going.
I've decided I'm not going to commit to any games that I have to play online with you guys because then we just don't play them.
It's tough to organise.
Yeah, it is.
I see it. It's just tough to organise. Everyone's got, yeah.
I'm definitely going to pick this one up, though, 100%. Because it's Battlefield Star Wars, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Fine. Don't believe you then.
No, I believe you'll pick it up once.
Once, yeah. Maybe.
Well, once it's bought, he doesn't want to buy it again.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Cool.
I might get it.
Well, that is a thing that they showed off. They showed off a couple of new vehicles. They showed off some of the Jedi stuff, and then that was it. Just a hype building thing again, I guess. That was EA. It was kind of okay. It had a good start and it had a good ending, but it just sagged it in the middle.
Yeah.
I'd give it 3 Giannis.
3 Giannis, yeah.
I'd give it 3 dinner jackets and jeans out of 5.
Okay, Ubisoft up next. Usual fare for Ubisoft. If you've seen one of their conferences before, it's the same. Aisha Tyler was there hosting again.
Yeah, why are we there though? Why are we at the Ubisoft? What do we go to Ubisoft for?
Well,
Aisha Tyler, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
She's getting better every year.
Yeah.
To her credit.
Apart from that Ricketts joke, which was just
that was a bit strange. And then just do a meme. Let's just do a meme. You don't just fucking do a meme.
No.
Aisha Tyler.
Oh, John is not impressed. But no, she always puts in a solid effort hosting the events.
Yeah, and like I said, she is getting better every year. I think she's really getting into the role. I think she did a great job.
What do we want to touch first in Ubisoft? Because there's a lot of stuff to talk about with them, really, isn't there?
Just one other thing to really pick fault in, though, on their part. Every year they bring loads of people out on stage to dance, to promote Just Dance, right? So why this year did they bring somebody out to sing to promote a dancing game?
Who didn't even sing very well. It was really bad.
Jason Derulo, not really well. No.
Derulo.
Jason
Derulo.
Jason
Derulo.
Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Yeah. He didn't do very well at all. So, but he didn't dance. It's like, well, you're promoting a game. Yes, it's your song, and yes, it's in the game, and yes, it's number one in the charts or whatever. But you're promoting a dancing game.
One thing I am like glad that they said about Just Dance was that other thing that they announced, the Just Dance service, where like you can just on whatever platform you play it on, it's just like an app that you download and then you can just go mad with it. Just do that. No more fucking Just Dance games released every year. Just transition it to a service and then leave it out of the fucking press conferences.
Yeah. Job done.
Like, definitely do that. Where do we go next, then?
The Division.
The downgrade? What?
Yes, the downgrade.
Yeah, there's been a bit of furore online. Have you gone back to it and watched it in like a proper, processed video, like 1080p and stuff? It doesn't look too awful, but yeah, there is a noticeable downgrade.
Why do they keep doing this to us?
The problem is that they show it as like on like a beastly PC from the future. I think that's what's going on. And then when they actually, and then they think, oh shit, we need to put it onto these gen consoles, which just can't compete with that sort of hardware.
Shit, and this can't fit on a Wii U.
But no,
yeah,
you say that, right? But they showed off Rainbow Six Siege as well, and that looked believable. It looked like a game that could come out next week, right? Like, it didn't look spectacular like the original Watch Dogs trailer and the original Division trailers.
Yeah. But Rainbow Six Siege is set in like a 6x5 square room. Not really much in terms of development.
Yeah,
that's true.
And then the Division is like a big, expansive open world again, and they keep getting too ambitious with their open world games.
Which, it sucks for them and for me, right? Because I went from being really hyped up for the Division, like, oh yes, like, I can't wait to see, like, I hope they show it off. And then, they fucking Watch Dogs it. Like, now I'm tempted not to even buy it just because I'm fed up of you fucking doing this to me.
But anyway, like the graphics aside, what do you think of the actual game? Like, because they showed off quite a chunk of gameplay and how it's sort of progressing. Did that interest you at all? Did you think, oh, that looks good, or I'm not really interested anymore?
I don't know.
What do you think?
It's such a hard one now that if it was coming out alongside other games or in a similar time frame, it would drop off the radar completely for me. But it might be one of those where it's in a window where there's nothing else out, so I might end up still being interested. It's really hardcore.
The problem with it is as well, and I can see it already, is just like Destiny, which I feel it's going to have a lot of similarities to. You're gonna want to be playing it with other people. So if you buy it and then you just play it single player, I feel like you're gonna get like fucking half the experience that you would have done if you actually had a team and you were playing together.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
Grr.
Stop doing it, Ubisoft. Stop fucking bait and switching. It's not cool. They showed off more Assassin's Creed. Sure was Assassin's Creed.
Sure was.
Definitely Assassin's Creed.
Nobody really fucking cared about that. Oh god, we missed their biggest fucking announcement, didn't we?
What, for Honor?
No. The one that they
Honor.
started the press conference with. The one where they brought out Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
How did we almost miss that? The biggest game, the best game that they announced at the entire, for the entire press conference they started with, and is a sequel to The Stick of Truth. And it looks fucking amazing.
If anybody listened to our Game of the Year show for last year, they would know obviously Ben and myself were... That came close to being top for the list, didn't it? So
it only lost out because Wolf Among Us was a thing.
Wolf Among Us was amazing, yeah. So if this is out next year and it's not up against Wolf Among Us Season 2, we might be all right. But no, that trailer was fantastic. They didn't look too impressed being on stage. That was something. They were really pissed off. Like, they were obviously taking the piss out of the mics, but they still looked really pissed off anyway.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, they were fucked off. They were obviously like, we've got to sell our game, and they'll do a good job with it. But they were just like, How fucking stupid do we look with these mics on?
Yeah, I love how they said it out loud. Like, these mics are fucking awful. Like,
Yeah.
Why don't show up then? Do a canned message from your studio. Record a message.
He had to come. The guy won a Game Award last year, ahead of Kevin Spacey for Best Acting or whatever. So.
Oh, that is true. That was funny as well. But no,
man.
The trailer was really, really impressive, right? And I was already excited. Like, you were online with us at this point, right, Jay?
Yeah.
So me and you were squeeing, right? We were excited. We were like, "Oh my god!" And then like it was them in their like Stick of Truth outfits and stuff, like going out, and it was like, "Oh, they're going off on another quest." And then they look up and they see Butters as Professor Chaos on a screen, and he's like, "What are you dressed like that for?" And then Cartman's like, "Oh, we're playing superheroes, guys. Let's go get changed." And they come back in their superhero outfits, and we were just like, "Yes, yes, yes! I'm gonna be all over it."
I wonder if we'll see the Stick of Truth get like a PS4 and Xbox One release as well now. Like in the meantime, because this won't be out till like next summer, provided there's no.
See, I feel like the turnaround for this could be a lot quicker, because what can they do to Stick of Truth? It was already the perfect South Park game. It looked exactly like the show. Like
it was big enough.
There's no graphical upgrades needed, no character redesigns needed. Like, it's fucking good to go. All they need to do is maybe a couple of gameplay tweaks. They don't even need to change that much, because I thought the gameplay was really good. So
I still see us not getting it till like May at the earliest, which is a shame. I want it now.
Yeah, definitely. And it had a great name. Do you remember it?
The Fractured Butthole.
The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, fractured.
Oh, I love it. Oh. But yeah, so that was a standout game. They showed off some more of Rainbow Six Siege, like I said, which looks fun. Again, it looks believable. They're showing people actually playing it rather than their canned fucking bullshit hype trailers that they've been showing recently. So
they also showed off. Wait, was this? What was it again? Was it Ghost Recon?
At the end, they ended with it, didn't they?
Ghost Recon.
Yeah,
a reboot for that.
Massive world. That looked interesting, actually.
It was cool in that we didn't know exactly what it was. Like, about halfway through the trailer, I think we all twigged there was Ghost Recon. But
when they put the drone out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But at first, it was kind of ambiguous as to what it actually was, you know? Which I liked. Like, trailers like that are cool.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Sweet. Was there anything else you guys wanted to mention about Ubi before we move on to Shoney?
Fuck Jason Derulo.
Fuck Jason Derulo. Alright, we had Sony up next, which surprised me in how good the press conference was, to be honest. I was expecting it to be really bad this year because they had no exclusives or anything. And, like, I'll be the first to admit that it wasn't as good as Microsoft's press conference, but I think it was a solid second overall.
I think overall this E3 has been very solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sony did a great job, I thought. They opened. I think they just gave what the fans wanted. I think. I mean, they opened up with the Last Guardian, which is a great way to open the show, because people were debating, you know, is it still happening? Where is it? It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah. If you can open your show with Last Guardian, end it with Uncharted 4, and get all those pops in the middle, you've still done all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and obviously the biggest one later on we mentioned, but.
Build to it, Johnny. Build to it. So, Last Guardian, they showed it off. It looks the same. Like, which
still looks like a PS3 game, but I think that's fine.
I mean, it always looked nice. Like, all of those games from that studio have a really beautiful aesthetic, so the game looks beautiful, but it looks the same as it did on PS3, or when they were showing it on PS3, which makes me kind of wonder whether it was ever going to come out on PS3, or whether it was always in development for PS4, but because they hadn't announced PS4, they were just bullshitting that it was on PS3. I don't know.
It's a clever game.
Yeah, it is.
It's exactly the same footage that I'd seen before, so...
I'm surprised that it's coming out next year. Not because, like, I didn't think it was ever going to come out, even though I didn't think it was ever going to come out. But I thought that they weren't going to show it until it was ready. Like, I thought the next time we saw Last Guardian, they were going to be like, and it's going to be yours in a couple of months' time. Like, not...
It's under your seat.
not show it now and then say it's coming next year. I thought like if they showed it, they would have been like, and it's going to be out in November, you know, like because it's been in development for such a long time. I thought they needed that short turnaround, but who knows, man? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll see some more of it in the upcoming events, and it'll be worth the wait. But I feel like they maybe popped the re-reveal too early on this one.
No, I think it's fine. I think they needed to just sort of get it out there because otherwise there'd be just more questions people be asking. Because every year, like, where is it? Where is it? It's come like a joke, really.
Yeah.
So I think just to sort of say, look, it is here. It is happening. Just wait.
Until it gets cancelled again.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure what came up next, but do you guys know what came straight after that?
It was all a haze.
You just talk about the other thing.
It was a haze, right? So Square Enix came out, right?
Yeah.
And Square Enix, at first, they introduced this new game called World of Final Fantasy, which looked kind of cool. It was like little chibi characters and then like Kingdom Hearts looking characters, and you could shift between the two and like tame monsters and stuff. And we were all thinking, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they said something in Japanese that I didn't understand, and then a trailer started, and I was just in silence, and Johnny was in pure silence, and we watched this trailer for a little bit. Like, is this what we think it is? Is this?
Yeah.
You're there just going, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny. Johnny.
And slowly
Basically.
but surely, like they were panning through this kind of really how do you describe it? It was Midgar, basically. This really industrial looking city with big massive pipes from the Mako reactors and stuff. But it was framed in a way that like you couldn't immediately tell what it was. Like if you were familiar with the architecture from the previous game, then you could maybe draw parallels to it and like make that's how we clocked it. But like you couldn't immediately tell that that's what this game was. And then a couple of like soldier guys came down, and we were like, is this what we think it is? And then it panned down into this like market street, and then a Gatling gun came into view attached to a black man's arm, and then a big fucking sword came into view, and then it flashed up remake. Oh my god.
Just insane.
Oh my god, man. The hype was palpable, man. It was both creamy and salty. Oh my god.
Can I just clarify that the
insane.
sword was attached to a white man so that we don't single out the black man's colour for being black?
Oh, yeah.
Barrett is one hell of a black man. But yeah, oh my god. I'm so happy that it's real.
Yeah, I just never thought it'd actually happen. So, something's gone insane.
It was Last Guardian in us.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so that's happening.
Props
About
to
the trailer
Squeenix.
for a second.
Props to Squeenix for making up for last year, where they fucking screwed everyone over by doing exactly this, and then announcing the PC port of Final Fantasy VII coming to PS4. Because fuck you bastards for that.
I read...
They're on record. It was already in development, aren't they?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, is that what you're going to say? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So they just didn't know when to announce it, and the reason they announced it now is because they want more people to buy PS4s basically in Japan, because in Japan the sales of PS4 isn't that great, and they just want to sort of show them that there's all these great games coming. Please buy the PS4.
Okay.
But the trailer itself, though, very good, very atmospheric, good use of music. I think the music's from Advent Children, actually.
Yeah.
I think on the same pieces, but the direction they're going seems amazing, and he's already said that he's going to keep in the funny scenes, like the cross dressing and the honeybee inn or whatever.
Which I'm so glad about, because that is my one worry, right? When remaking a game like Final Fantasy VII, which it does have quite a heavy story, right, and quite a few emotional scenes in it, but on the whole, it's a very very goofy game. There's a lot of very goofy scenes. Which you kind of have to keep them in to give the emotional scenes the weight that they had. So,
exactly, it needs to be a broad range.
So as long as they're aware of that and they keep to it, because it's going to be even harder for them to do if they are going with the like Advent Children more realistic art style rather than the sort of cutesy anime art style that it had back in 1997. Like it's going to be tougher already. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they manage to pull it off.
Yeah.
Because if we're going by their recent games standards, the only thing that they've released in the last few years that's like even come close to making me laugh is Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. So
Yeah, well, you enjoyed 13-2 and
I did, but
Paddington 10.
it certainly wasn't funny. A lot of the stuff that they aimed to be funny was actually really cringeworthy in that game. So
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah.
I guess we'll see. But yeah, super, super hyped, if you couldn't tell with that.
And then moving on from there, they started talking about Kingdom Hearts. No, they didn't. That's in Square Enix conference. Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that when we get to Squeenix.
Mm-hmm.
They touched on a few things. They flashed a Vita up on a screen in a montage.
I got excited for a little bit.
Thinking that there was going to be some Vita content coming, but there was nothing.
I think World of Final Fantasy is coming to Vita.
It is.
I think that was the only mention I saw of Vita, pretty much, which is a shame.
We got a quite big development with Call of Duty jumping ship. So all of the exclusive early access DLC and stuff is now coming to PlayStation 4 before Xbox One, which is like a complete.
Maybe Gianni will start playing it.
Oh, I can see it happening. That's the funny bit.
Yeah, me too. Lol.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Do you guys care? I don't care about Call of Duty. I'm fucking done with Call of Duty. Like, that's
I've done years ago.
to me.
Yeah. They did swear to TV a little bit, didn't they, the old Sony boys?
Bastards.
But I think I was still recovering from the FF7 thing that I
Yeah.
glazed over.
I'll be honest. The
Yeah.
entire rest of the conference until the end is a fucking blur to me because I was in like
Yeah.
euphoria mode. So
Yeah, same here. But well, let's just talk about Uncharted 4 now, because
Let's talk about
Oh my
that
God.
terrorist knocking down all those people's fences.
yeah, man.
yeah,
What a bastard.
let's talk about the controller not working. That was a bit awkward.
Do
Wasn't
you know
it?
what? I am 100% okay with that because it shows that someone was actually fucking playing that demo.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't just canned footage. They actually had a demo there running, and
He wasn't very good at it, but he was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, it looks great.
Mind you, being up on stage like that, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't perform.
No, I couldn't play a game like that on stage.
Good stage fright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what a game to do it with. That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Thoughts,
Yeah.
guys? Nice. Like
I am
it?
excited,
Good.
like, for-
Looks better than
for
Tomb
a
Raider. What? Yeah. I said
what?
it. Looks better than Tomb
Yeah.
Raider.
What?
I said it. But yeah,
Different game.
Well
yeah.
done.
the thing is, like, the stuff that they showed off for the new Tomb Raider game, it looked a lot like Uncharted 2, the stuff in the Himalayas.
Right.
So,
He's got a beard now.
yeah, but I find it hard. I find it hard to get hyped up for Tomb Raider when it literally is retreaded Uncharted's footsteps now, which seems like a really contrived thing to say when Uncharted was really just a Tomb Raider ripoff when it came out. But I don't know. I know
Yeah,
you
but
love
Uncharted
it.
2 was just all the snow levels in Mario 64, so who's ripping off who?
No, Uncharted: A Thief's End looking good. They also mentioned that the Uncharted collection was coming out, right? They dropped that.
Well, we already
just
knew
recently.
about that, but that's an interesting one for October. Are they like up-resing it and making it look nicer? Can you
I would
do
assume so. Yeah, I would imagine that it's gone through the same process that The Last of Us went through when it went to PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah.
that? Which
Better.
just went from sexy to even sexier.
Yeah, and the Uncharted games, like Uncharted 3 especially, looked like pretty much as good as The Last of Us. So they should still look really nice.
They'll change their name to Naughty Port if they keep going like this.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Nintendo. I can't talk about Nintendo because
You didn't watch it, did you?
I forgot it was on. When I tuned
Right.
in, I tuned in for the last 20 minutes, and I got there just as the Mario Maker stuff started. So
Shall I sum up Nintendo for you?
go for it.
Yeah.
Fuck
do it.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh, harsh
Right.
words. Go for it.
I can't pick a game of show, but Star Fox will come close.
Mhm.
But the rest of Nintendo, fuck off Nintendo.
I mean, okay. Well, what do you think of like the puppets and stuff? The actual show. Forget the games, but the
If
actual
they'd have
present.
put focus into the games like they did with the way they put the shows on this year and last year, they might actually have some good games coming out.
Because their actual shows are amazing. I think they
Hash-
really understand.
Hashtag Fire Emblem Fate.
Right.
What is wrong with you? That is like
Oh,
one
man.
of my most hyped games, man, and it's coming for the fucking 3DS.
They're a charming bunch of gents, right? I'm sure they're really nice people. I'm sure you could eat fucking tofu with them and stuff. I don't know.
Are we talking about their execs?
Yeah.
I'm fed up with Iwata thinking he's as lovable as Reggie. Fuck off,
No,
Iwata. You're not Reggie, mate. Like...
Just seeing Miyamoto though, like, was just, that was nice. That's like, it's like just seeing your dad doing something good, isn't it?
It totally is. Like, Miyamoto full on is like the game industry's dad. When you see him just with his cheeky little smile being so happy about what he's doing, you're just like, fucking do what you want, mate. Like, I'll watch you do it.
When he was talking about Star Fox, that was it. That was my Final Fantasy VII bit. The way you guys were excited.
Really?
Just seeing him talk about this game, because that's another passionate person. Like, he loves what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at it. It's just a shame he's working for Nintendo in this day and age. But I think he should leave them for the last couple of years of his career.
Just go solo. Like,
I think he should dip his toes somewhere else, or like go to another developer.
Well, he could
not be under Nintendo's hood.
Miyamoto could start his own studio, right, and kickstart a game and make that game, because I'd give Miyamoto money. Gamers would just give Miyamoto money. Like, Shenmue 3 proved it. We didn't touch on that, by the way, but Shenmue 3 announced a Kickstarter in the Sony conference. There was
had 1.5 million that night.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking impressive. But Miyamoto would destroy that if he announced a Kickstarter for a game separate from Nintendo. Like, utterly wreck it. So, he could do it. He won't ever do it, because Nintendo's, like, his home or whatever.
Maybe we could have a proper Mario game as well, then.
Oh, man, could you imagine it? Just, like, free from the constraints of Nintendo. Just a new, like, platformer game in the vein of Mario. Oh, my God.
Obviously, I'm coming across really brutal about Nintendo, but that's just because they didn't give proper fans what they wanted. And when you've gone from something like Microsoft, where the fan service was real, it was all proper good, it was what people wanted, and then Sony did it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's promise was a promise for 2016 and 2017. There was nothing really this year left to get excited about other than more amiibos and Star Fox.
So more
even Xenoblade's looking like a disappointment.
More disappointment and Star Fox is what you're saying then, because we've got all these new amiibos that you fucking won't get.
Did you see the Skylanders Supercharged section?
No, I didn't.
Right, so Reggie went and had this interview with a guy from I want to say Activision, but it's not. But it's within Activision. But yeah, anyway, so they start talking about Skylanders Supercharged. And they've announced these Bowser and Donkey Kong characters that are going to be in Skylanders.
Yeah.
But then if you flip a switch on the bottom, they become amiibos.
Okay.
So that's insane. So that's a bit of a crossover I'd never predicted.
That's really strange. You wouldn't. So they're Skylander figures that can be amiibos.
So they'll go into the Skylander game while the bottom of the switch is set to Skylanders.
But no. But what I'm saying is, like, from a marketing standpoint, they're on the shelf marketed as Skylanders.
Yep. So it's a Bowser in armor. You can buy his plane. There's a Donkey Kong in like a racing suit, and you can buy his car because you've got vehicles in the new Skylanders.
That's pretty cool.
Buy them, put them in that game, switch them on the bottom. They become the amiibo and use the function of amiibo. So that kind of got me. I was like, well, this again is just showing your eggs are all going in the amiibo basket right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they went and showed me the 30th anniversary Mario, and I was like, I'm going to buy that one. But no, I think there was nothing there. The new Zelda didn't get me excited at all.
No, well, it's kind of like a spin-off, I would say, probably, right?
The Four Swords type one.
Yeah, well, 3 swords. There's only 3 of them. Yeah.
Triforce Freeway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was called.
It's got online, I suppose. That's something, isn't it? You play online.
Yeah, but you probably can't have voice chat.
Yeah, it's Nintendo. Of course you can't have voice chat.
You can't have voice chat.
Yeah. It assumes you want to register.
But was that for Wii U or for 3DS?
For this,
3DS.
yeah.
So why would you want voice chat on your 3DS, man? Just Skype up.
Yeah, but if they're people randomly online.
No, yeah, that's true. You'll probably have like go-to like commands that you can throw out to contact people.
Just,
like,
hey, listen.
Yeah, like, hey, listen, or over here, like.
Link. Yeah.
But then I know Johnny wasn't too impressed with Metroid.
Oh, God, yeah. Gross. I don't know what they're doing. So I read the interview with the dude who's making it. It's like, oh, once taking a new direction, it's based in the Prime sort of universe, like with all the Galactic Federation and shit. And here's a sports game. What?
So, because you don't like it, what do you do about it? You just don't buy it, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen this
I wouldn't
boycott
fucking
for the
campaign
game?
for it not to be. No, they're campaigning for it not to be made.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
saying they should,
Why?
which is just silly.
That's so fucking dumb. Why are they
It's just-
surprised, man? It's not news that Nintendo don't know how to make Metroid games anymore. We've been saying it for weeks, months, fucking years. Just leave it, man. Jesus.
They're saying the next Samus focused game will likely be on the NX now, in whatever capacity they do that.
Yeah.
But like I said a couple of weeks ago, all they had to do was look at Axiom Verge and learn from how 2D platforming has that rebirth almost.
Yeah.
Just go back to Super Metroid, the perfect version of any sort of those sort of games. It's ridiculous that that's in their library and they just forget about it. And that's how it should be
Metroid
done.
I love.
That's what everyone wants. It's just a nice HD Super Metroid style sort of game.
I can't believe it's not happened yet. Like, is it that hard to make a really good, like, 2.5D style Metroid game? Well, it's not hard to do because Shadow Complex exists. So it's been
We live in
done
a world
before.
where we live in a world where we got a Final Fantasy VII HD remake before Super Metroid, like another Super Metroid game.
I know.
It's so stupid. What is this life?
We live in a world where Last Guardian's actually coming out.
It's going to come out.
Oh,
Okay.
I know. Jumping ahead of myself there. Might not be real yet.
No.
But no, I mean, like, yeah, so Star Fox is exciting. The fact that there's no full Mario game, again, is a major disappointment. There were a lot of rumours sparked about even like a Mario World 2, you know, like the Cat Mario one.
yeah.
That would have been something.
Well, we did get the Mario and Luigi Paper Mario cross.
No. We got Mario and Luigi Paper something. Right?
Paper Jam.
Paper Jam. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam is what
It's a
we
Paper
got.
Mario game.
No, it's fucking not.
It's a Paper Mario game.
Oh, all right. I'll concede it's a Paper Mario game because they are paper.
That looks fun.
And they're Mario.
Oh,
But no, that'll do okay. It's just another one of those. But no, nothing. Yeah, the rumors. I shouldn't probably listen to the rumors or believe Nintendo could ever give me anything I wanted anymore. So, you know,
Just like my dad.
oh, me and you, man. Me and you want different things from Nintendo because Nintendo are making Fire Emblem just for me. So
I just wanted a hug.
two different games as well that are fundamentally the same that I can buy both
Fucking
of.
That Fire Emblem Cross Persona game looks very weird.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that one, man. I'm talking about the actual Fire Emblem game where there's going to be two versions like Pokemon. That's
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about. I can't wait. I'm going to buy both, man. Fucking hype.
Hope is real, but no, not for me.
But then, yeah, they went on to talk about Mario Maker, which, well, I'm assuming they went on to talk about Mario Maker there. You've been through quite a lot.
Well, I didn't do it in order necessarily.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is where I jumped in, and I was hooked to the screen because they just had Miyamoto and one of the other guys going through like old concept sketches and like storyboards and stuff for like the original Mario, and I was just like, this is fucking awesome. Like, this is so good. And then they were talking about how they design courses, and Miyamoto's like, I usually design a course that I like to play, which ends up being like a 2-2 or something, and then we like tone it back to make a world 1-1 and stuff. Like, so cool. And then like just them showing everything that you could do within Mario Maker, like, it hit me then how much I'd been underestimating that game.
Same here.
Yeah. like this is a Mario game where I could play courses designed by literally anyone. Like, so there could be potentially infinite content there.
Dicks.
Mm.
Just dicks everywhere.
Yeah, there's going to be loads of those. But yeah, the theme tools seem pretty powerful. Game looks great. Who's opening their mail?
I know, right? Who's
It's Jamie,
in
man.
their mail?
Oh, damn it.
So is there anything you guys wanted to mention about the Nintendo stuff that we haven't spoken about already?
Ah, fuck them.
No, fuck them, yeah? Alright, well, let's move on to Squeenix then, because then that's the last one. Squeenix, they showed the Final Fantasy VII trailer again, which made me and Johnny happy.
Hang on. Square Enix was by far the worst press event.
Yeah, it was fucking dreadful, right?
It was so boring. These guys, fucking sports jackets. They made Just Cause 3 look boring, which was a pretty good feat, I think.
That's impressive if you can do that, because that game's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
It looks amazing, but just this dry guy speaking over it, and then you can blow things up. And I was like,
do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the way E3 press conferences used to be. Like,
yeah,
about 5-6 years ago. Like,
this is their first one, right? Or maybe they've done one before, but a long time ago.
yeah,
It's
been a long time.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe because I think everyone else has sort of learned how to do press events now, or just give the fans what they want, stop speaking, and just show some cool games.
Yeah.
But Square Enix obviously didn't get that memo and just showed a cool trailer, and trailer for about 5 minutes, which was cool, and then spoke about it for about 10 to 15 and sent everyone to sleep.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, Just Cause, man. It looks like Just Cause, but fucking way more impressive.
Looks great. Yeah, looks very good.
I was I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise. I think I own it on Steam because I picked up for like £1 something. Just Cause 2 anyway. But Jamie, you hammered this game, right?
I'm all about it.
What does infinite C4 and grenades mean to you?
It means like hella fucked up shit. Like, I was hearing when the original the first trailer launched, that there was no storyline, no cutaways, no disruption to the action, which was a very interesting idea. And then they opened up with this trailer which had a cutscene and a bit of story development. So I was like, what is going on? Like, when I play Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, all of that sort of open sandbox thing, I want to know that there are points on the map I can go take over. You know, there are towers to liberate, stuff like that. Like, just let me get on with it, man.
Which, I mean, they've pretty much confirmed that already, right? That there's going to be military bases all over the place that you have to take out and stuff. Like, they started the trailer with him reversing a car out the back of a plane and dropping it onto one of the fucking towers that you've got to take out. So
hell yeah, that's what I'm about. Like, it's the game it needs to be now. So good.
So yeah, that was really impressive from then. Like, Square Enix now is such like a multifaceted thing. It's becoming more like Bethesda in the amount of things that it actually puts out, rather than just being the Final Fantasy company.
Yeah. Got a lot of stuff
they need to expand like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you think of the other games that they showed off, like, we had Tomb Raider crop up again. They showed off the new Hitman that's coming out soon. Like,
interesting idea for that one as well.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't expecting a reboot, I'll be honest. Like, it's going to be a straight up reboot, isn't it? So,
basically,
yeah, the idea being that it has downloadable. It's like downloadable, isn't it? Extra chapters that come out, and you'll have a limited time to do certain missions, and you only get one attempt at them. If you fuck up, then that's it. That person disappears off your map.
Yeah,
why not?
Which is cool. And it's free, right? The extra content. I mean, once you buy the game, you don't have to. It's not like transactions. It's that stuff just gets updated, which is cool. I thought that was going to be, pay to play.
It's good, man.
Whatever.
So I won't buy it, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat, man. It looks cool, but I probably won't buy it. They showed off World of Final Fantasy again. It was the exact same trailer we saw in Sony. They spoke about it a little bit more. Didn't really give too much away, though. They showed the Final Fantasy 7 trailer again. It was fucking just as cool the second time.
Although this time they had there's more information coming this winter.
Yeah.
Which they didn't, So.
Then we went on to talk about Kingdom Hearts for a bit, and they just fucking bait and switched 3 times before giving the people what they wanted.
Yeah, it was silly because they knew they were doing it, yet it was still fucking annoying and stupid.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, before we start, let's say hello to Roy. Hi, Roy. Fucking don't give a shit.
Yeah, and then they were like, right, now let's move on to seeing some actual gameplay of this fucking mobile game called Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a mobile game that looks like it has the theatre rhythm art style. Good job. Show us what we want to see. Right? And then finally they got round to the Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay, which made me just as excited, man, as the freaking Final Fantasy 7 reveal, because they showed off that there's a Tangled world in it, and oh my god, Tangled is like my favourite Disney film.
Like, and it's so bright, so colourful.
And it's in Kingdom Hearts, oh my god! Well excited,
really
man.
Even Jamie said it looked good, which I was surprised.
Yeah, we were talking about that when you disappeared earlier for a poo. We were talking about Like how good it looks, how very appealing, very nice.
Yeah,
every time we bring this up, in conversation with you, it blows my mind that you've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, man, because it is just like it's almost like it's designed for you, man. Like really good, smooth combat, and then like just an amalgamation of all Disney worlds into one game. Like,
I'm all about this one, maybe.
Maybe.
Thank you, yeah.
Depends on it's like The Division. Depends on the release window and what's out around the same time, and how I keep lying to myself and telling me not to buy it, and then I buy it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I'll just pinch yours.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess they announced Nier 2 as well.
Fuck that.
Some guy came out with the head thing on, and it was just a bit weird, to be honest. He just came.
It's funny because you're still speaking in like
it.
it's still this dry voice, just like nothing, not excited.
Yeah, nobody said anything. They were just like, "Here's the director of the game," or whatever, and he just walked out with this fucking moon head, right? Just talked normal as if nothing was up, and then like fucked off.
That was cool.
What the hell was going on?
It's the best bit. I think.
No, the best bit was at the end where they all came up on stage and applauded themselves.
Yeah.
For about 10 minutes.
The best bit was when they ended.
They mistimed the trailer because the trailer was still playing, so everyone was just still clapping. Anything else from Square Enix? Was that it for them?
No, I don't think so, man. I can't think of anything. They went into Tomb Raider a little bit more, but like I was still in Kingdom Hearts hype mode. So basically, Sony's conference was ruined by Final Fantasy VII, and Square Enix's was ruined by the new Kingdom Hearts gameplay because it just put me in euphoria mode where I didn't really pay attention to the rest. So
true.
Yeah, I know.
That was E3.
That was E3, man. Pretty much.
There's other little bits. There's other little niggly bits around. I don't know if you caught the announcement. Tim Schafer has confirmed that Double Fine are working on a Adult Swim game.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know where they'll take that and what that actually means for them, but Tim Schafer and Adult Swim, that could be a deadly combination.
Yeah, definitely. Well, depending on which property they go for from Adult Swim as well, because... Or whether it's a new IP or something, but...
It could be a collaboration on a new... New IP, yeah. Which would be interesting anyway.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But yeah. Those other stuff, I don't really care about the PC gaming bit.
Oh, come on, we need to mention some of it. I didn't watch it. If you've got
It was
notes,
3 hours long.
It was 3 hours long, and people hated it, right? I didn't watch it, so...
I think that's all we need to say about it.
All right, fair enough. Was there no announcements?
No.
Probably. I've got to mention it, right? Because we forgot to talk about it way back at the beginning in Microsoft's press conference. They showed off some old bullshit about Minecraft and like how you can like how you can like materialize it on your coffee table.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, well, yeah, that's cool and gimmicky, but when are you ever going to fucking play Minecraft like that?
For 5 minutes when you buy the HoloLens?
Yeah, like I can't think of a time where I'm thinking like, man, I could really do with like just fucking looking inside Minecraft for a little bit, or like scrolling around like a panoramic view of Minecraft. That's not where the fun of that game is, man. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to bitch.
Imagine that though, that HoloLens gimmick on Mass Effect. What? Mind blown.
No, because that would be shit as well. What am I going to do? I can scan planets with it. Fucking yeah.
Probing Uranus.
I could see it. I could see it being really cool for like RTS games and city building games and stuff like that. But I can't see any application for it outside of there, really. But then I have a really limited, shitty imagination, so it's why I don't make games. Is there anything? Yeah. Sorry, kind of soured it there. Is there anything you guys want to mention before we close out?
I'm upset now.
I think we will address it, and that is the fact that obviously Gianni's not here this week. So when we return to our normal slot on Tuesday, we will do the results of our E3 Rumor Game with him back.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I kind of assumed that we weren't going to do it this week until he gets back anyway, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I just think it's worth addressing. Obviously, we've made a big fuss about doing it over the recent weeks. So, no, definitely, I'd rather he was around for that because then we can.
Although, to be honest, to anyone listening that's been paying attention to what our fucking votes were, you know he's won anyway. And you know who definitely hasn't fucking won anyway. Jesus. Oh,
never know. It might all change.
Yeah, who knows, man? It's not over yet. It is technically over.
It is over now.
Cool. Oh, sweet. Well, is there anything else, or can I close out?
Close out.
I can close out.
E3.
It was a good E3. The hype is real.
It was an okay E3.
It was an all right. Glass half full. Yeah.
It's all that's relative to what the consequences are.
Yeah.
Fuck your half glass empty philosophy. Right. Well, no, right, okay. Did you put fluid in it, or was it full and then I drank some out of it?
I don't know.
Did you only fill it up halfway, or did you fill it all the way and then I drank half?
If I tell you that, it ruins it, doesn't it? You have to guess. That's the point.
You don't have to guess.
That's the point. Like, you see the glass, you see it's half full of liquid. Is it half empty or half full? If you know that I've drank half of it, then you know it's half empty, right? But if I've only filled it up halfway, then it's half full. The whole point is you got to guess, man. You got to guess.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
It's a dream within a dream.
It's a dream within a dream. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed E3 as much as we did. The hype was real. If you want to get in contact with us, you can drop us an email. Our email address is down there somewhere because I can't remember. lhpoxford@gmail.com. There you go. You can find us on Twitter at last_HP. We are on Facebook. Just search up Last Hit Point. You'll find us. Our individual Twitter tags will be down in the description. And we'll see everyone next time.
Go on.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Fuck off.
There it is.